Monday to you.
Buenos dias.
Is it a Buenos Dias?
Sure, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. It looks a little gray outside.
Yeah, well.
It's been raining off and on, which is not a terrible thing because it really does bring the heat down.
Mm-hmm.
But it is...
Jolene, you're fast.
So we're heading to...
I guess she did have 30 seconds to get ready.
We're heading to the beach today.
We're heading to...
Binayar, the beach club.
Yeah.
We've got work to do first. We've been starting right since this morning because we've got lots to do. So it is a fantastic beginning to a great week.
And we may have a surprise. We're not going to tell you yet. We have to decide first.
Wow, I don't even know what we're talking about.
But we will
But I do see here, there's a spider web.
I saw that while I was doing my Spanish lesson.
And it's a big spider web. It's like the spider had a hook, and he was swinging it, and he went like, whoosh.
So it is raining in Tejas today as well,
Wow.
Jolene says, in Dallas. Well, just outside of Dallas. Yeah.
Wait a second here. Hello, Leslie. Good morning. Gray here, too.
But it's smoke. I've seen some pictures of all that smoke. Wow. I remember a few years ago, though, we were in Alberta and the smoke was so bad. John was having such bad breathing issues because he's allergic to it.
I can't breathe. I got the black lung pop.
So...
5 points if you know where that comes from. I got the black lung pop. So yeah, there you go. So tell us what's going on in your world. What did you do this weekend? What did we do this weekend?
Well, not a heck of a lot.
We've got some very bad Haagen-Dazs in the house.
Well, it's really good, but it's bad.
Haagen-Dazs is probably the best ice cream. Lots of coughing. We're sorry, Les.
Oh, yeah. Our weekend was so...
Yesterday, we just took it easy because the grandkids are ill.
Yeah, well, Amberlyn was. So that they decided to keep their germs to themselves because I got so sick last time.
It is funny when the kids get sick, how we get sick, or adults get sick.
Because we hug them and kiss them and love them all over. What is it? Hug them and
kiss them.
And something all over. No.
Squeeze them.
Hug them, squeeze them and hug them and kiss them all over, something like that.
5 points if you know where that reference comes from.
So
we're just referencing everything.
Jolene and Larry bought a new car. I saw that. Had friends come over for pool and a cookout.
First non-Volvo since 2004.
So Friday night,
if I remember correctly.
Friday night, John and I went to Lynn's for a little bit of pool time. Lynn and I ended up staying much longer than John did, but I made it home, so that's good. That was all good.
It's a good thing you didn't have to drive.
Well, no, I wouldn't have ever done that.
So Leslie says she starts in 3 weeks vacation.
At 3.
I start 3 weeks vacation. Okay, so this Friday at 3 o'clock, she begins her vacation.
Oh,
for 3 weeks.
Start... So coming up Friday, not started. You will start.
Yes, exactly.
Jolene said very good. So you remembered. Good job. You can remember some stuff like,
numbers.
Big picture. That's not really important to our lives. Yeah. I know it is to you. And he can remember that. But there's other things that could potentially be important to our lives.
Like your birthday.
You never forget my birthday. You are actually, except for that little bit where you kept thinking Kenzie's birthday was on the 31st of November, which doesn't exist.
She was a baby.
So Julie Sillers celebrated their friend's 40th wedding anniversary with him. That is awesome. And Steve James, how are you and June? And what did you guys do this weekend?
What did everybody do this weekend?
And Julie said they worked.
Oh, that sucks.
So we did a little bit.
On Saturday.
Saturday we met with a client.
Oh, that's right.
And a potential new agent.
Yeah.
And then we decided to just go sit and relax at Oceans for a couple of hours.
Was it Ocean? It was Suka that day.
Was so nice. See what I'm saying, Jolene? He can remember about your car, but he can't remember what he did with his wife that he posted on Facebook 2 days ago.
So when did we go to Suka?
We haven't been to Suka for a few days. That would have been
Yeah.
maybe Friday. Did we go to Suka on Friday
I
or
don't know.
Thursday?
So Leslie said she
Fun
did fun
hobbies,
hobbies,
too
too
smoky
smoky
to go outside, yeah.
That is terrible.
So Steve and June did gardening and golf. Yeah, we did a tiny bit of gardening. We have a very full strawberry guava tree. And the guavas are still really tiny and some of them are bursting. So I don't think they're going to get big. We should ask Zach how big they got because we weren't here last year when for the first time they produced. They're really quite yummy. They're kind of almost
sour apple-ish.
Crab apple-ish. Just thinking about it, you get that little...
Maybe.
Jolene said she knew we were at Oceans. Yeah, everybody that saw our Facebook pages knew we were at Oceans. The person that posted it couldn't remember. Yeah. Good morning, Kira from Edmonton. Smoky Edmonton.
Why the hell are we still laughing at that?
Because it's hilarious.
Kira, it really is.
People laugh at us over things that we've done over and over again that we don't find are funny.
Yeah, like when you hit me with things.
Oh, that's
like your fist.
Hilarious.
I don't know about that.
Hilarious.
So today is BNIR Day. We're taking some friends with us and their children who we love. It's nice to be with families that you like to be with. It's never fun to work when you're with people. Because if you're working with them, or if it feels like you're working,
if you're with people and it feels like work, I think is what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
it takes the fun out of being with people.
Which is why I've loved living in Mexico because we've never really worked with people that we don't want to. There may be 3 or 4 people, but for the most part, we pick and choose who we work with.
Oh, Spence just sent a photo.
And we know.
Oh my God.
We're not working.
That's a picture from him up in the high-rise.
That's terrible.
Geez, it looks bad in Calgary.
Looks like it's going to snow.
Normal versus smoky. So this is the smoky, and this is his normal view. Well, that's at night, though, so that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Ew, and snow. Ew.
We're not fans of snow.
No. So Steve is asking where Suka has moved to. So Suka has moved to, you know where Vista Vallarta used to be? It's past that, or is. It
used to be a trailer park.
Yeah, it used to be a very little, from what we could tell by
Google Maps. There was 2 trailer parks, and it's, I believe, the first one closest to Usurias, which, I mean, it's just 2 or 3 lots away from the other one.
But but that Vista Bahia condo, right? Is that Vista Bahia or Vista Vallarta?
No.
And that's still there. So it's kind of right next to that. It's down, Los Picos down near the end. It's quite a ways, and the road is atrocious. Like, we're not even talking bad. It is atrocious. And we drive a truck and it's bad.
It really is like someone took grenades, threw them all over the road, waited for them to explode, and then said, "We're done. Work completed."
Yeah.
Now they will drive. Yeah, so it's not fun. The roads here, I'm getting really upset with the roads in Bucerías. I mean, I love this town. I hate whoever is running it. I really do.
No, you don't hate them, but you don't respect them.
I really don't respect them. They don't like this town.
You can't hate someone you
don't
know.
Our Bucerías sign is all torn up.
People the one right, the really nice one on the
beach
boardwalk there.
And people are kind of like, "Yeah, look at us. We're at Bucerías," and it looks terrible. The road along there, terrible. And whoever is managing this area should be ashamed and disgusted in their abilities of maintaining
Spencer
a town.
said those were taken at the same time of day. Those 2 photos.
That's
just different season. Yeah. Okay. Only reference photo I have. Oh, gotcha.
So that part really is bothering me to no end. And it's like the only good road we have. The only good road is on the other side in the Golden Zone on
that's not totally true. There's that road by Cooley's, the road here by the orphanage, the road over by Zach's old place.
Oh yeah, the road over.
There's some paved roads back on this side, and
we have Montes de Amor, which is kind of the like a halfway house. I don't even know what
halfway.
It's not
a refuge. It's just like a.
But we've got these dirt roads to get there, and there's this tiny sliver of cement road, which is perfect, and then it goes back to dirt road. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it drives me just how the people who run this town. So what happens is everybody pays their taxes, they do all their crap, and then the government takes it and says,
Good morning,
look
Monica.
at all this money I have.
Good morning, Monica.
Good morning. Let's send it somewhere else. So, and I believe that's going to change. I really do. I hope it's going to change.
But yeah, Boosterius has kind of been the bastard child of the Bay.
It is. Absolutely.
And it's such a cute little town. And the roads really are, like, there are places, even on the lateral,
oh, God, yes.
going towards downtown and coming back, both sides, there are such big potholes, like right in front of is it Santander, right on the corner of Estaciones? Horrible.
Are you able to comment on the Cuatro Estaciones condo project in Bucerias? Not right yet. Is this the one that is where the little trailer park? Is that where that was? Yeah.
We don't know very much about it ourselves.
It's not working right now. I don't think anybody's building there.
I think they're starting. I think they had an open house.
No. But I don't think there's any active construction going on. Like there's really, it's interesting what's going on. The thing over by the Decameron, we believe now, I believe it's a hotel, just because there's nothing for sale there.
But you know, the Cuatro Estaciones one is over here, kitty corner from the school.
Oh, so that's the one.
That one.
Yeah,
that one there, over on this side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. One day a wall just kind of started to appear, which in Mexico,
that wall was always there. They painted it, so they made it look nice. That was another trailer park over there.
Okay, we're talking different things.
Okay.
You said kitty corner to the school, and kitty corner to the school to me is just kind of backed up a bit. But yes, I know which one you're talking about. That was the one I meant, the old trailer park. That was where the French Canadians hung out. Yeah. For whatever reason, the French Canadians hang out, and people assume I'm French Canadian because of my last name.
Only by birth.
Or they just assume that
Only by birth.
We're in the witness relocation program, and that's the name I chose.
Yeah, that would be a name to change.
I've wanted to change my name so many times, but people remember my last name, and it's always funny how they remember. It's like, oh my God, what's your last name? I forget, and then it's like, that's what it is. So yeah, it's a weird thing.
There's a lot weird about you.
Christie has never let me change.
Well, how silly would that be? Besides, then I have to change all my ID again. And where am I going to go? Mock again?
She was a mock, M-O-C-K. I felt bad for her. It's like, what the hell is she going to do?
Bad for me.
She's like, mock-forget.
Is that why you married me? Because you felt bad about my last name?
I felt so bad for you about your last name. Because people would make fun of you. They would mock you.
Oh, yeah. Then nobody ever makes fun of Forget.
No, but they would mock you.
Shut up, John.
At least with me, it's
Oh,
reasonable.
that's weird.
So, yes. Okay, so there's our names off of the list.
Yeah, we're not changing our name. Except for our business name, we're changing that.
That's true. We are Mexico
Life.
So, yeah, that part is going to be done by next high season.
Yes,
by next high season. Also, that was the thing you were talking about.
Until we decide, we're not saying anything.
Guys, it's a big one. It really is.
It is a big one.
So yeah, I can't wait to share them with that. But I think it's going to happen.
Share that with them.
Yeah,
let's see. Let's just see.
Okay.
One more sober second thought, as they say today.
Well, then no drinking today.
It's pretty early.
So Christie ordered carbon filters just because we didn't make a carbon filter yet, and we got a lot of vodka and some rum that must be filtered. My current mash sugar wash, it's stalled. It's at 0.26, 1.26 on the gravity meter. It started at 1.89.
And what if you do it? That part I don't understand.
I can. I mean, it's about 8.3% alcohol right now. But really, I wanted it to it would have gone to 12 had it consumed all the way. And I don't know if I need to add more yeast. I've added more water. I added oyster shells. It's still going. Don't get me wrong. It's still going. It's just it's going to take 2 months to finish the way it is right now.
Yeah, and Jolene's asking about our meeting with Weber. It didn't happen.
No.
It didn't happen. Our errands took longer, and he left for the day.
I don't think he knew we were going to meet him.
No, I think it was a surprise.
So I don't know why the hell they'd want to surprise them.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to surprise anybody with her. You need to be in your correct mind in order to do that. What?
I want it aiming down. It's hot.
All right, hang on. Okay, you got to talk, honey.
I'm just looking now.
Oh, there we go. See, when you put it on swing, is that getting you now?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I can feel it.
Now you just need to make sure it doesn't go back up, because sometimes it does that. And I have not figured out our AC units yet.
That one's kind of weird because I was trying to figure it out when Lynn and I were sitting here the other night.
Why were you and Lynn here?
Because you had the movie or your show on at like volume 1 frickin' million. It was so ridiculously loud.
So my son and I were watching a show, and we're kind of, well, I was upset with Christie because Christie's like, turn it down. You ever know with a movie where the volume is like, it goes up and down and up and down?
So he turned it up so it was up all the time.
No, I didn't. I kept turning it down, and she just annoyed the hell out of me.
It was very loud. It was here. We were sitting here. It was extremely loud.
My friend, her friend, wanted to go upstairs. And Christie's like, no, we can stay here.
It's too hot. It was too hot upstairs. Why should I have to sweat? You could have
So you didn't have to listen to the sound.
Polite and turned it down.
I couldn't hear it. So that is the problem, because then she's talking and she's so loud.
I'm pretty sure he's part deaf.
Well, you've made me this way.
No, watching TV at a million.
Raised your voice again.
Yeah, because I'm pissed now.
There you go. I don't think we're fighting. We might be. I don't know, but maybe we are.
He doesn't know what we did last week either, so that explains it all to you.
My last name.
No, don't you keep using that. You can't.
That's why I use a day timer now.
Do you, though?
Well, you and Shirley put appointments in for me. And then
he has to ask me what's on the schedule. Because he can't look.
Every morning we're supposed to talk and say what is going on today.
How about one day you say, oh, by the way, Christie, today... I guess you kind of did that this morning with your little to-dos. Men are deaf. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So there you go. With our coach has said, because we don't really start our day talking. So he said
to each other.
He said we're supposed to chat now. So that's good.
No, it's go over our schedule. It's not chatting and talking. It's going over our schedule. And do you have something in particular that you need me for? Is there something I need you for?
Lisa, we've been married over 32 years. We've been married
It'll be 33 years in December.
Over half of our life. And we're still working crap out. And that's why...
But are we working it out, or are we just airing it?
Maybe.
On our show?
I always laugh when people talk about countries and relationships, cross-country treaties, etc. It's like most people can't keep marriages together. How the hell do you get countries to do anything?
So true.
To do anything. It's
so,
just dumb.
So true.
So yeah, geopolitical crap is BS. It's all BS.
Yeah.
So, and it's like I always say, a problem will never, ever be fixed. We'll find a solution if the problem has been monetized. And unfortunately, people just monetize problems like crazy here. I remember back in the mid-90s reading a book about the problems facing Alberta in the 30s. And it was the Native issue and French Canadians. And 3 generations had come and gone, and they created university courses. So they will never solve the problem because they pay people to exacerbate the problem. And that is the problem with everything today. Problems never get fixed once somebody monetizes them. So until you, the taxpayer, stop paying your taxes and force government to constrict, it's just going to be a nightmare.
So, Lisa, really quick, back on Cuatro Estaciones. We know the people that are building it.
We do.
So if that is something of interest to you, it is a really good way to get your foot in the door in Bucerias. It's not a terribly long walk to the highway for buses. Right now, up Estaciones, there's no bus service.
There is a nice sidewalk and a paved road.
But it's a good road and it's a good sidewalk that'll get you I think all the way it's sidewalked, right? All the way to the highway.
And I think they said the prices start at 70,000.
Yeah,
For
I mean
the studio.
prices are good because it's so far. I mean, not so far, but it's further back from the water, from the highway, et cetera, et cetera. Good morning, Michael Gall.
The problem is, I think they're going to run into is land has gone up a lot since they purchased that land, and for them to go to another project, it's going to be quite a bit more. So I think that they may have undersold themselves. So I think the prices are quickly going to go up.
Well, and most do, right? When you're doing pre-construction, if any of you have bought pre-construction, it'll start here, but every time a level that they reach, whether
It
it's
could be 5. Usually it's 5.
amount of sales, or it goes up and then it goes up and then it goes up.
The smartest people we found buy 2 units right at the beginning, and then close to the end, they sell it, and more than likely they cover the entire cost of the property that they bought. So it's a good way to do it if you've got extra cash.
You think it pays for 2 by selling 1?
Oh yeah, or they buy 3. I mean, they'll usually do that to pay for it. We've seen many people over the years do that. So I think it's a good idea. I was reading, or I saw a quote on the weekend, and it said something about if you wanted to turn $100 to $110, that's work. But if you want to turn $100 million into $110 million, that's just inevitable in 1 year. So it's just interesting that the more capital you have, that it grows itself. Yeah. Kirk says, hello from Austin, Texas. Wife and I are planning on moving to the area. I've been coming down there for 20 years and enjoy watching you two lovebirds. Well, thank you for calling us lovebirds. I'm thinking it's more like
we do like each other a lot.
Tolerate birds.
Tolerate birds. Angry birds.
Angry birds. Oh, that's a high five. That works good. I like angry birds. Thank you.
No, I think our biggest problem is we just really don't have filters.
No.
And so we just say whatever needs to be said to each other.
Now, Austin in Texas is a good place to leave. My understanding is it's a very liberal, college-y type area. But Texas as a whole, I love Texas. Man, Texas is pretty much the only place in America that I would live. And I would live there without Christie if she'd let me. But she said I can't go. So I'm not.
When did I say you couldn't go?
You say that all the time. Well, I'm not going there.
You just said you'd live there without me.
I'd have to.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. No, I do love Texas. Texas is kind of a magic place. We're heading to Dallas. We did a layover in Dallas. I saw Glenda there like a year and a bit ago.
Last May.
And oh my gosh, the taxis there, incredible.
Just incredibly expensive.
Incredibly, yeah. Between Uber and taxi, just a half hour there, half hour back, $150 US.
Yeah.
That is in Mexico, a half hour. In Guadalajara, in Mexico City. If you're staying kind of close to the airport or whatever, it's going to be 100 pesos, 200 pesos.
So Jolene from Mansfield is saying hello to Kirk from Austin.
There you go. Mansfield is the pickle capital of Texas, I believe.
And they have those really good spicy pickles.
They have really, really good pickles. And a pickle festival.
So, yeah, in March.
With redheads and green dresses.
Yeah. And so we will be in Mansfield, Texas in October.
And we are going to, once again, the Texas State Fair, because I believe that that's a good place to go. Anytime you're in a state, go to the State Fair. We've been to the State Fair in Nayarit, which is in Tepic, and we have been to the State Fair in Morelia, which is in Michoacan. So, and both fascinating places and very inexpensive. Now, obviously,
I feel the Texas State Fair will not be as cheap.
Well, just for entry on the website, it says something like it's $19 to $29 just for the general admission. But you have concerts and stuff. But you get the same stuff in Mexico. Now, this is probably 12, 13 years ago. We went to the Morelia State Fair. It was only 40 pesos, which is like the...
And we had we got a bunch of ride tickets, too, for that 40 pesos.
Yeah, we got 5 rides. Also, they had like...
Lucha Libre,
which was fascinating.
So we saw our first true true as true lucha libre can be.
And well, I got my pictures with a few of them, and people are
Yeah.
like, "You met him?" I'm like, "I don't know who he is."
Apparently, whoever it was pretty popular.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Pretty popular.
And I mean, these guys, they know how to take a fall. They really do. Not like politicians. So if you hit a politician, generally,
Or a soccer player.
or a soccer player, well, soccer players all know how to take a fall. You can go like this to a soccer player, and they're like, "Oh my God, you destroyed
I
my
watched
soul."
this one video of the women's soccer team versus the men's soccer team. And in general, I don't know what country it was. This one chick is walking. She's bloody and she's walking. The other guy pretend like he didn't even get touched. You could see in the film. And he's rolling on the ground. And it was so
I love
funny.
it. They hold their legs. They hold their arms.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to leave soccer, like for any reasons whatsoever, go into acting. But go into like over-the-top crazy acting.
Like soap opera
or
acting.
B movies, that kind of
Or
crap.
world wrestling.
World
or
wrestling.
lucha libre.
Oh my gosh. Actually, world wrestling, I think, would probably be fantastic.
Yeah.
Or
Good morning,
lucha.
Sheila. How are you this morning?
So today we do have a tremendous amount of things that we have to get done. Christie set up a bank account for whatever reason for business. Like if you're going to send somebody money, it takes a half hour. You have to go in, create the account. Then the bank just sits back and goes, 30 minutes.
They
We
want to
need
make
wait.
sure it's a real account.
We need to wait. We need to wait.
You don't want to just send
We
your
need to
money out
wait.
into the ether.
And then all of a sudden, boom, now you can send money. Kirk says we live out by beautiful Lake Travis, about 15 miles from the heart of Austin.
And the liberal
and
left.
the liberal left.
Awesome, Kirk.
It's funny how people will leave an area, like California. We'll say they're leaving San Francisco because they're sick and tired of all the crap, which apparently 40-some% of people who live in San Francisco want to leave San Francisco, which is magic. Like that's huge in my world. But they go to where they go to, and then they're like, you know what? This place really, I think, could probably use the same ideas that created that mess over here. So we need to vote the exact same way, which is stupid, which is why I believe that most human beings that vote are not incredibly intelligent. Because if they're leaving an area because it's crappy, you don't go to the same area and continue to vote for that same mindset that created the crappy area in the first place. California used to be like this incredible, like in the 50s, area in the world. And now?
Jolene is saying that Lake Travis is pretty.
Yeah, well, I love Lake Travis. I've never been there, but I love it. Because Jolene, she's a good indicator of things. And I mean, if you're saying it's a beautiful lake, I believe you. Can you kill wild hogs there? Because to me, Texas, that is why I want to live there. Because you can kill wild hogs any time of year, any way you like. That's just magical to me. Like here, we have little tiny wild pigs, just teeny tiny, and little tiny deer.
They're actually rats, but they just call them wild pigs.
They're really wild pigs. But they get big in Texas, but they don't get big here. And I
Rats
don't know
or
why.
wild pigs?
Wild pigs. I think because people catch them before they can grow big is probably it. So I bet you in the jungles of Mexico where there's not a tremendous amount of people, there's probably bigger hogs.
Even the jaguars will get them.
I don't know. But yeah, somebody's asking if we want to buy hog meat and deer meat. And I said yes, and they have yet to bring me any.
Well, it's because I said no.
What? You did not.
Really.
No. So, okay, so we will say goodbye to you today. We will maybe check in at the beach club because I think everybody needs a beach club membership. They're getting tougher. They are getting tougher. The reason they're getting tougher is like they're saying you have to have passes and give passes.
Actually, I honestly think those if we had our pool done, we wouldn't have bought the beach club pass.
Yeah. Wild hogs have no fat. They're nothing like pork, John. It's very true. Very true.
Eva would know because she's eaten all kinds of wild, nasty meat.
There you go. All right, guys.
Have a great day.
See you tomorrow. Have a